I boarded one of the longest flights of my life, a 13-hour flight from the U.S. to Doha, Qatar, which was a layover on my way to Thailand. So I'm on my way to Thailand to prepare for a wellness retreat that I'll be leading this spring. And baby, 13 hours in the air gave me a little bit of anxiety in a way that I was just ready to get there already. Like sometimes I wish I could just snap my fingers and be at the destination. But when I landed at Ahmad Airport in Doha, the layover was worth it. I felt my spark of wanderlust return. It had been a while since I traveled internationally, since I'd felt that sensation of being small, but in the best way. It was the grandeur, the public art, the fashion, the people watching. It reminded me of my earlier days of traveling and how I'd fallen in love with the new experiences and being stretched and being inspired, and just how important that is to my growth as an artist. Upon arriving to Bangkok, I realized that I'd made a mistake when I booked my flight. I booked the next flight to Koh Samui, Thailand out of another airport in Bangkok. I had no idea that Bangkok had two airports. So after changing that ticket, which made me catch a later flight, I sat and I thought about the concept of slow travel. Like traveling without making back-to-back plans and putting so much pressure on ourselves. It's sometimes necessary, especially if you have the freedom to do that. I was able to discover new foods in the airport, taste new snacks, I conversed with strangers, and that's something that I would have completely missed had I jumped directly on the next flight. It made me think about what exactly is slow travel. To me, it's the art of experiencing a place instead of just visiting it. And that missed flight caused me to revisit this concept. I knew then that this environment that was awaiting me would reshape me in some way. And it would reshape me if I just had the courage to surrender to a slower pace.
That's your journey.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, I've been praying the whole time you've been traveling up in air. I knew everything was gonna be fine. So let me talk to God on behalf of my best friend.
On behalf of my girl.
Yeah, friend.
I sure appreciate it, friend.
Yeah, you know how we are, baby. Sure.
But we do not play about one another. He plays no games.
No guys. So happy for your friend.
Thank you, boo.
Yep. This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be life changing. I'm telling you.
Well, I'll holler at you.
Okay, Beastie, be safe.
Okay, boo, love you.
Love you too, friend.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
You know what? It's so humid here. so humid here that it's just good to have this hair pulled back. And tomorrow, I'm wearing my hair just like this all day tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so then Thursday, I can take it down and I can film. I can film all day.
Baby, on your tongue, 'cause I let you get it. Was it so
Okay, let's make us a cup of tea. So today we're having floral tea for relaxation. It helps with insomnia. It helps with headaches. It helps with anxiety. So I'm just going to put a few petals in here. Uh-oh. I hear a lizard. Lord have mercy. Damn it. I heard a lizard. I don't know if it's in my room or if it's outside. I pray that it's outside. It's something about me and lizards. I don't know what it is, but this summer I had 2 lizards to get into my house from my garden. Every time I go somewhere tropical, one gets in my room. The other day, one was in my shoe. Like, they find me. Lizards and frogs. And I don't like them at all. Okay, I'm going to add a bit of lime juice to this tea. And then I'm going to sit out in front of the room and just look at the rain, drink my tea, and read a book. I love when I'm walking around the property. I love seeing people just outside relaxing. It's such the opposite of what we're pushed to do, especially in where I'm from. I'm from a city of hustling. So to see people just doing nothing and just allowing their bodies to rest and recover makes me so happy. I'm getting prepared for a photo shoot for my retreat. I feel like it's going to be absolutely beautiful and magical, and the shots that we're going to get and the footage that we're going to get is going to capture the hearts of the people who are meant to be there. I do believe that this retreat is going to be life-changing, and I think that it's going to set the tone for, gosh, what is this on my face? It's going to set the tone for healing, for the style of healing going forward. I think that this is going to start a new wave of healing beautifully. You know, my story is very unique. I don't know anybody else who has my story. There's something on my face, like some hair or something. But because my story is so unique, it's a tool that people can use for their lives to help them discover more about themselves. I have used art as a way to discover who I am. And with me discovering who I am, I've been able to live out my purpose fully. Use all the gifts that God has given me. Figure out what I'm supposed to be doing, when I'm supposed to be doing it, and how I'm supposed to be doing it, and how I'm supposed to be impacting people. There is something that is just so beautiful about mastering yourself. If you can master anything else, anything in life, learn to master yourself. That's the most important thing to master, but it's also one of the hardest things to master, because oftentimes there are so many influences that come into our lives, whether it's influences from society, influences from family, influences from relationships, trauma from illnesses, trauma from childhood things. Those things affect us in so many ways, and they create blockages. And one of the things that create a lot of blockages as well is the patterns that we've adapted through our lives subconsciously, especially through our family. So using art, or experiencing art, practicing art, helps you to go back to your childhood, and it helps you to connect, not even just your childhood, but it helps you to connect with who you really are, like what's really inside. It's no way that you can continue to paint over and over and over again, and it becomes a reflection of someone else or something else, or what's been projected on you. Like, you can go to a job interview and you can code switch, you can be a part of religion and you can conform, and that's not who you truly are. You can be in a relationship and you can conform and change and morph yourself into somebody else. But when you put that brush on that paper, it ain't no hiding, baby. Everything that's in you is coming out. Huh.